Hello and welcome to Toya Talk Wrestling. In today's episode, we're just gonna do some catching up. It's been a while. There's a lot of stuff that's been happening, so let's just catch up. Let's do some catch up. I got all these tomatoes. Let's do some catch up. Anyways, let's start off with Braun Breaker. So Braun Breaker is out. Not apparently, he did get a hernia. I think he got injured when he left the announce desk, which I got two questions. How heavy is that announcer desk? And did he not lift with his knees? You know, you gotta bend your knees, Braun Breaker. You should know this, but yeah. So he has a hernia. He had to go in for an emergency surgery or something like that. I don't know how long he's gonna be gone for. I don't know if he's gonna make it to WrestleMania. I would assume that the WrestleMania plan was for him and Rollins to have a match, because I believe Seth Rollins said that he would be going into physical rehab in February, which we're in right now. So I believe he said that, and that he might be ready by WrestleMania, because WrestleMania is like in the middle of April, so still got like February, March, and something like that. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't even know if Braun Breaker is gonna be ready by then. I don't know what they do. I don't know if they put the rocket on Bronson Reed or not, or whatever. I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I know the original plan was for, if Rollins didn't get injured, that Roman Reigns and Rollins were going to have a match at WrestleMania, because Roman Reigns won the Royal Rumble. He would pick Rollins and everything else like that, but instead it had to be Punk, which I don't have a problem with that. And then it would have been like maybe Cody and Punk, which I'm still waiting on that. You know, that's gonna come. Maybe next year it'll come. I don't know, but it should come. Well, no, I don't want it next year, because next year's in Saudi. Maybe the year after that. I'm being selfish. Yes, I know. I don't care. Anyways, but yeah, he's out. Don't know how long he's out for. Hopefully, he'll be back before WrestleMania, and we can have that Rollins and versus versus Breaker match. And we have the Elimination Chamber coming up pretty soon in Chicago. So we have now know that Finn Balor versus CM Punk. Finn Balor attacked CM Punk, and CM Punk basically said, you know, let's have a match, blah, 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 blah. Or actually, Finn Balor is like, I will fight you again, but I'm going to fight you in your hometown to embarrass you when I take your title, because Finn Balor got lost in his home country, whatever, and stuff like that. And CM Punk put up the title and everything else, and everything else. Finn Balor is not going to win, but I guess it's something for CM Punk to do while we wait for like Roman Reigns to show up once in a while on TV, I guess. But he's not gonna win. I think it's gonna be at WrestleMania, probably Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. That's what I'm thinking. But we'll see about that. And then we had AJ Lee return like this Monday, and she comes back. We haven't seen her. I think the last time we seen her was on that Raw, that first Raw of 2026, I believe. The one where Maxine Dupree wins the title off of Becky Lynch. That's the last time that we've seen her. So it's been a while. It's been a minute. Anyway, she comes back. Becky Lynch comes out, basically said that she doesn't want to see AJ Lee anymore and everything else like that. And AJ Lee comes out and saying like, well, what's the big deal and everything else, and all this other stuff. And Becky Lynch basically was like, I just want you to go, like, just go home, go away. Like, what do you want? Like, you want a match in Chicago at Elimination Chamber in your hometown, which technically her hometown was in New Jersey. Her husband is from Chicago, but sure. Anyways, and like AJ Lee was just like, well, I can't just have just a regular match. It's gonna be my first singles match that I've had in like 10 years. I can't just have this any match and stuff like that. It has to be special, you know. And it's like she talks about how she beat her at WrestlePalooza. She beat her at War Games. She did cost her the title and everything else like that, saying that all this, she deserves to be #1 contender. Doesn't she? Yeah, like she be #1 contender, and Becky Lynch was like, no, you don't deserve to be a #1 contender for all that. And I'm like, yeah, you tell her, Becky, that doesn't make you #1 contender. No, you know, it's like you're not ever around. You're never around. Why do you deserve a title shot? Like, I love AJ Lee, I do. She's one of my favorites, but that don't make you deserve a title shot. Whatever. But she's like. And AJ Lee was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever, I'll just go home, right? And Becky was like, oh my goodness, no, I'll give you a title shot. And I'm just like, it was that easy? It's like, okay, it's like all she had to do was tell her she was going home and you give her a title shot. I'm like, cool. So we have Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, which is just a moment, and more likely that she's going to win that title because it's in her husband's home state, whatever. Technically, I don't think she should win, right? Especially, we don't need part-time champions, that's for sure. I don't give a shit if it's from the world title, the IC title, the US title, doesn't matter. We don't need part-time championships. Now, I'll give the excuse between Jey Uso and Jimmy, because Jimmy's wife Naomi's having like medical trouble right now, and he needs to be with his wife, right? So off limits and everything else like that, that's an excuse, right? There is a reason why Jimmy ain't on TV as much. Naomi's in trouble. Naomi's having trouble with the medical trouble, stuff like that. So if that's the case, yeah, he should be with his wife, definitely, for sure, right? But like AJ Lee, she's hardly ever there, you know. She's hardly ever there. If I knew for a fact that she was going to be around, yeah, give her the title. But other than that, no, don't give her the title, or at least give her the title and then have her lose it back to like Becky or somebody else at WrestleMania or something like that. I don't know. But that is what's going to happen at Elimination Chamber. And then we have the qualifying matches. We had 4 so far, 2 women, 2 men. The men was what? The first one was Randy Orton solo, and I think it was Aleister Black. Ended up with obviously Randy Orton, you know, qualifying. And then the next one was Tiffany, I want to say LA Knight, Lash Legend and Chelsea Green, which a lot of people are like cheering on for Chelsea Green and everything else like that. Obviously Tiffany won, but I could imagine if Chelsea Green, that pop that she would have gotten if she was able to get to the chamber. But yeah, I mean, people are actually pushing for Chelsea Green, especially after the whole Michael Hayes thing on Unreal. So they've been pushing for her because she's great, man. Have you seen the match between her and Penta like back in the under Luchador? Go check that out, man. That was just amazing. But I digress. And then the other match that they had was LA Knight, Austin Theory, and Penta. And LA Knight won because the Masked Man pretty much curb stomped not LA Knight, but Austin Theory, and Penta was already out, so ended up being an LA Knight win. So LA Knight and Randy Orton are already in the chamber. And then the women's was, what was it? Rhea, Ivy Niles, and I forget who else. I forget. I totally forget who the other person. Doesn't fucking matter. Fucking Rhea Ripley ended up going into the winning that match and going on to to the elimination chamber. So right now you have Tiffany and Rhea, Brandy and LA Knight. So basically all faces right now. So what's next? I think the next match, this one on Friday, we have Alexa Bliss, Selena Vega, and I believe Julia, the United States Championship champion. We have her. Alexa Bliss is gonna win that one, unless Alexa Bliss is gonna win that one, unless like Lash and Nia causes a thing, and then it will be not Selena, but probably Julia, but to be her first PLE that she's been in, I think, because I've never seen her in one before. So I think it would be her first one. I'm not 100% sure, but more than likely, I'm going with Blitz. But here's a good one. Which is predictable, by the way. Here's an unpredictable one, because I have no idea about this one. You got, for the men's, Jacob Fatu, Sami Zayn, and Cody Rhodes for the qualifying match. I'm just like, I'm thinking it's gonna be Cody Rhodes, because I don't think Cody Rhodes has ever been in an elimination chamber. I mean, he might have, like, back in the day, but, like, not recently, because, you know, he didn't need to. But it could be Jacob, could be Sami, because I don't know, because there's no disqualification, so who knows who can come out. I can see, like, Trick Williams causing Sami Zayn not to win and stuff like that. I think Trick Williams is gonna have a qualifying match. I cannot see Trick Williams not being in this match in the elimination chamber. So he'll be in it. I don't know who he's gonna be qualified for it, but he'll be in it. But I don't know. And then you have Drew McIntyre, who caused Cody Rhodes the Royal Rumble and everything else. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know who it's gonna be. I don't know who it's gonna be. It doesn't really matter what's gonna be, because I'm guessing that whoever is fighting, unless it's like unless it's like Randy Orton winning the whole chamber, and it'd be Randy versus Drew McIntyre, I cannot see like another Cody versus Drew, unless we have like a triple threat match and you add Jacob Fatu. I don't know how you add them. I don't know. We'll get there, but we'll get there. And then also on next Monday they have Gunther versus Javon Evans versus Dominic Mysterio. Now, Gunther is not going to the elimination chamber. He ain't gonna get pinned, but he ain't going to the elimination chamber. He can't go to the elimination chamber, because if he goes into the elimination chamber, he would have to win the whole thing, and that is not happening. He ain't gonna win it, and you can't pin him or submit him, because he has to look strong, because he just, retired, I guess, Goldberg, Cena, and AJ Styles. You can't make him like, okay, well now he's gonna lose, because this is not one of these matches, especially an elimination chamber match, where you can one person gets pinned and that's it. No, a bunch of people have to get pinned, right? Pinned or submitted or whatever, and everything else like that. So he ain't going to elimination chamber. What I think is going to happen, and I'm not the only one who thinks this, is that Dragon Lee is going to be the cause of why Gunther is not going to be in a part of the elimination chamber. Gunther is not going to get pinned or submitted. It's either going to be Dominic or Javon, and I think it should be Dominic that gets pinned. I think Javon Evans should be in the chamber. Can you imagine the shit he could do in the chamber? Like, I don't know, if you go back and watch like a clip of Javon Evans doing an OG cutter out of the air with Rio Americano on this Monday, my god, that was so fucking beautiful. My goodness gracious, it was just wow. If you go back there and go on YouTube, WWE's YouTube channel, I'm sure they have a clip of it. It was fucking amazing. So beautiful. so beautiful. So I kind of, and I can only imagine some of the shit that he can do in the chamber. So put his ass in the chamber. He ain't gonna win, but man, just put him in there. Let's watch him work. My goodness, watch him work. And then there's another match, which I don't know. It's like Asuka, Bailey, and I can't forget who else. I'm going to go with Asuka because they need some heels in there. So, but yeah. And then what else is going on in wrestling? Not much. That's pretty much it. It's been pretty slow and dull and everything else like that. Like I heard like record sales are not doing very good for WrestleMania, and I'm like, gee, I wonder why. Maybe it's because you put it in the same place you did it last year. Maybe that's one of the reasons why. I mean, other than you fucking charge like the cheapest tickets that you could buy is like what, for $400 or $500 and everything else like that. And then you gotta think about this, right? You got tickets, then you gotta get a hotel, flight, food, and everything else. It all adds up, man. This shit all adds up. And they were supposed to have WrestleMania in New Orleans, and then they fucking pulled that and gave New Orleans Money in the Bank. I bet you Money in the Bank is gonna be more fire than WrestleMania. I don't know why. I just have this feeling. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what else is going on in wrestling. Not much. It's pretty lame. Like there's no WrestleMania feel yet, and I'm thinking maybe after the Chamber. Maybe after the Chamber we'll get that WrestleMania feel and everything else like that. I don't know. I didn't get that WrestleMania feel last year either until like what, the week of WrestleMania. And then when I got it, I'm like, oh, that's what we get? Okay, cool. Like I'm hoping that WrestleMania is better than last year's for sure. The one thing that I do not want to happen, right? Cause okay, the Bellas, we're gonna get the Bellas. The Bellas are gonna win the fucking title at WrestleMania. I just know it. I just know it. I can just feel it in my bones. It scares me. It doesn't scare me that they win the title. It scares me that it's gonna be Io and Rhea that's gonna drop the titles to the Bellas, and I'm just like, no, can we not do that? Like, okay, I think Rhea and Io have a title match this Friday against Lash and Nia. I'm like, can they just drop the titles to them? Drop the titles off and then let the Bella Twins fight Lash and Nia at WrestleMania. I'm all for it. Like, look, I think Lash deserves better than that because she did the God's work by eliminating both the Bella Twins at Royal Rumble, but I don't want fucking Io and Rhea to lose the titles to the Bellas at WrestleMania. I just don't. It feels yucky. Ugh. I don't want it to happen. You know what I want? Do you know what I want? This is what I want. Because I'm pretty sure Io is gonna also be in the Elimination Chamber. I want Io to go into Elimination Chamber with Rhea, and then Io pinning Rhea, once again beating Rhea, because you know Rhea has not beaten Io ever. So have her beat Rhea, right? And Rhea's like, you know what? I'm sick and tired of Io always beating me. I want a match against you at WrestleMania. And I think we already know they could put on a fucking hell of a good match and everything else like that, and have that match make some kind of a stipulation and stuff like that, where Rhea finally beats Io at WrestleMania. I would rather have that than for them to tag and lose to the Bellas. You know what I mean? That's what I would rather have. But we'll see what happens. But yeah. I think that's pretty much all like the important stuff about wrestling I can think of right now, and all this other stuff. But yeah, we'll see what happens at Elimination Chamber. As of right now, I'm just like, I'm not really like feeling like the Elimination Chamber, right? Because it's gonna be pretty obvious. It's just too damn obvious about what's happening at Elimination Chamber. I don't know, and then I don't know. We'll see after this Friday if Drew McIntyre is gonna be defending his title at Elimination Chamber as well. I don't know. We'll see. But that is it. That's all I have for you guys for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I don't think I have anything else coming up, so I guess I'll see you in my next video. Okay, bye!